The UFO files reveal a hidden truth about a growing religion. Written by Diana Walsh Pasulka of the Washington Post. Belief in alien life is on the rise, fueled by declining trust in institutions. Quote, on May 8th, Pentagon officials began releasing previously classified material related to unidentified flying objects. The UFO files may not prove the existence of extraterrestrial life, but their publication is nonetheless a significant event. By creating a government-sanctioned repository of content that can be consulted for the truth about unknown intelligence, the U.S. government has offered support and recognition to a new kind of religion, belief in UFOs. UFO belief is not a religion in the traditional sense. There are no centralized leaders, no popes, no universally recognized doctrines, no sacred text, and no institution capable of enforcing orthodoxy. Yet, it increasingly performs many of the functions historically attributed to religion. It organizes communities of belief, creates narratives of revelation, offers cosmological meaning, and establishes interpretive frameworks through which people understand mysterious experiences and humanity's place in the universe. Belief in UFOs is on the rise, with 47% of Americans now agreeing that aliens have visited Earth. At the same time, attachment to traditional religious institutions, such as churches and synagogues, has declined. This is no coincidence. Humans have a persistent orientation toward the mysterious. They yearn to know more about what they don't understand, including mysterious objects in the sky. For much of human history, celestial discs have been associated with divinity, as the old gospel song puts it in describing the vision of a biblical prophet. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Unlike traditional religions, UFO belief is profoundly anti-institutional. Its participants often distrust governments, legacy media, academia, and organized religion. Counter to what some assume, interest in UFOs is not confined to the sociological fringe. Prominent scientists have raised questions about UFOs, and politicians, including Democratic Senator Charles E. Schumer and Republican Senator Mike Rounds, have called for UFO disclosures. Though it lacks a central authority, UFO belief still creates a community. People use smartphones to capture video and photos of purported UFOs. They become visionaries as they post their content on social media. They offer testimonies describing how they have been transformed by their experience, often by having their faith in the mysterious or transcendent restored. On podcasts and social media networks, UFO believers debate evidence, interpret testimony, and analyze leaked documents. The result is what sociologists of religion call a distributed belief community. Just as Christian decentralized discipleship movements reject institutional hierarchy and rely on networked communities organized through digital communication, shared testimony, and distributed leadership, UFO belief spreads horizontally. Contrast the way UFO belief operates with historical celestial apparitions, such as the aerial phenomena associated with the Virgin Mary in Fatima, Portugal on October 13, 1917. On that day, approximately 70,000 people reported witnessing a variety of celestial phenomena. The people ranged from devout Catholics to atheists, and skeptics who were there to disprove the testimonies of witnesses. But the institutional church influenced the interpretation of that event, and the devout welcomed their interpretation. The UFO community is not as trusting. It is characterized by suspicion of conventional authority, be that the Catholic Church or the US government. Rather than being defined by a hierarchy, UFO belief has been shaped by pop culture. For decades, films and television series such as Star Trek and Star Wars offered cosmologies populated with advanced intelligences. These stories did not create belief in UFOs, but they helped establish a cultural vocabulary through which anomalous experiences could be understood. Most significantly, the X-Files popularized the idea that governments conceal knowledge about non-human intelligence. This gave narrative form to anxieties already circulating within American culture. UFO belief increasingly became tied not simply to speculation about extraterrestrial life, but to broader questions about who controls information and defines reality. The release of the UFO files is unlikely to provide any definite answers about extraterrestrial life, but that makes it all the more likely to encourage a form of belief that thrives on uncertainty. Each new file release, leaked testimony or declassified video generates further interpretation rather than closure. The two most famous catchphrases from the X-Files, "I want to believe," and "The truth is out there," express this perfectly. If the search were ever to end, if there were no longer a reason to sift evidence and trade stories, so would the UFO community. The Trump administration has promised to continue releasing documents related to extraterrestrial life. But no matter what they contain, the UFO files are likely to tell us as much about contemporary society as they do about objects in the sky. Mistrust of institutions has powered the rise of anti-institutional forms of belief. Religious impulses have migrated into new technological and media environment that bypass gatekeepers. If the rise of UFO belief is any indication, anti-institutionalism is America's national creed. Unquote. This is Norio Hayakawa in Albuquerque, New Mexico.